Alrighty then, for the last one of Naruto What If. We have, what if Naruto learns Sage Mode during the 3-year time skip? This comes to us from mean_Savi, Notorious, come on, Keto, Sashi Timsino, The Nihilist, and Evan Appa. There may have been more people who gave it, but those are the ones I could find. Okay, what if you learned Sage Mode during the 3-year time skip? Okay, so first of all, I don't recall this completely. It's been a while since I read the manga. But I had someone say, there was someone in the comments saying that, Jiraiya tried to teach Naruto things like, not Sage Mode, but like wind release or whatnot, but the Fox Chakra got in the way. I think you're misinterpreting that. As far as I know, that's not what happened. Jiraiya never tried to teach him elemental release. Because Naruto had no idea what Kakashi was doing with elemental release. He would have known something about it otherwise. Yes, it's true the Fox's Chakra was getting in the way, but the Fox's Chakra was a problem, but it wasn't getting in the way of Naruto's training. The reason that Jiraiya kind of stopped training Naruto, there's not actually a good explanation of why Jiraiya didn't train Naruto properly. He stopped training him with the Fox Chakra after he went to Fourth Tails and nearly killed him. All he trained him to do was make a bigger Rasengan, improve on the basics, and Genjutsu. That was really it. There's no logic to why he didn't actually try to teach him elemental jutsu or anything, or seals, or Sage Mode I could actually understand, but still. So I'm not sure where that person was getting that idea from. Yamato had to be there to keep the Fox Chakra from coming out, but that's really just because Naruto was pushing himself with this type of training he was doing. Because of the Shaokun training, he was spreading his chakra thinner, and that gave the Fox Chakra easier access to come out. That's why Yamato had to be there for that training. But I don't know where the idea that Jiraiya tried to teach him and it failed because of the Fox came from. I don't know where that person was coming from. But yes, we are talking about the idea of what if Naruto learned Sage Mode. Now, I do think if this happens during 3 years, I've always agreed with the thought with this mentality, that Jiraiya also perfects his Sage Mode as well. Because if Naruto can do it, Jiraiya should be able to do it. I believe that's Mom and Pa's logic, which makes a lot of sense. So, because of that, Jiraiya has a perfect Sage Mode. Naruto would also have his perfect Sage Mode. I also think he comes back with his cool cloak, too. I really hate the fact that Kishimoto got rid of that cloak. That was a great cloak. I loved it. Was it just too hard to draw or something? I can't really understand why. I mean, you've drawn far more complicated attires than that. If anything, that's actually even easier to draw on Naruto because it cuts out some of the other designs on his outfit. Anyway. But here's the thing. That's the only thing we're giving Naruto in this time. We're not giving him a Rasengan or anything like that. Having Sage Mode, by the by, doesn't actually give him better chakra control, technically. Let me put it this way. It did probably help with his training of chakra control, but even after learning Sage Mode, where he'd already learned better chakra control at that point, he still could only make a two-handed Rasengan with a clone's help. Even when he got Kurama Sage Mode, or the Kurama Chakra Mode, he still needed the Kurama Chakra to make a hand for him to do that. The only time in Shippuden we actually see him make a one-hand Rasengan without any aid whatsoever was at the end of his fight with Sasuke. That was it. I could be remembering that wrong. There might have been one other moment, but it was near the very end of the war. Like, he had to, gain Kurama's trust at that point. But yeah, it was near the end of the war. And so, that's all Naruto gets is Sage Mode. But still, that does make him... Naruto wins Sage Mode, but no wind release. Does that make him strongest one in the village? Like, at that point, he was technically stronger than Kakashi, but Kakashi does have Kamui. He was not stronger than Might Guy, actually, to be fair. Like, if Might Guy went all out, he would beat the living tar out of Naruto. I hesitate to say he's stronger than Tsunade as well. Like, even with Sage Mode, Tsunade would say... He was at least in the top 5 strongest in the village, though. And... yeah, without the wind release, though, would he be still top 5? Probably not top 5. if we're counting Jiraiya being in the village, I think Jiraiya is still stronger than him. Actually, he's very much stronger than him. Kakashi would still be stronger than him. Tsunade would still be stronger than him. Mike Guy would still be stronger than him. Well, now that I say that, he might still be in the top. Danzo might still be stronger than him. And he's at least in the top 10, minimum. Minimum. So the question now comes down to, when does the Sage Mode training really come into play? And you'll notice this is probably going to be a one-shot. Well, notice, we'll see where I get to. I'm already at the 5.5 minute mark. So the first time it shows up probably is where he makes a clone where there's, just showing off what he learned during the 3 years and to collect Sage Chakra and then pop it in. Now he's a Sage. And he immediately overtakes Kakashi. Like, Kakashi is like, holy crap, what is going on? What is this? This is Sage Mode? So this is what Jiraiya Sensei talked about. So, okay, right out the gate, wonderful. Should also ask the question, can he basically pull in Sage Mode while moving like he did in the Great Ninja War? That being said, there are also clones around. He probably maybe popped a clone out of existence. See, here's the problem with Sage Mode. You need to stand still in order to access Sage Chakra. He has to make clones to do it, which means he's not going to be doing it with the Itachi double. He's not doing it there. He's also probably going to just be too pissed off to use it effectively when trying to go after Gaara. Because he was so emotional about that I think that would have clouded his judgment. Even if he did go Sage Mode, to be honest, him Sage Mode without the use of the Rasen Shuriken doesn't really mean much in that fight. Because Dataro is keeping long range the entire time, so that actually doesn't matter. Okay. But then there's the bridge arc with Orochimaru and then Sasuke. And this is probably where one of the bigger changes comes from. So as Orochimaru is taking it, give Sasuke back. Oh, Naruto. It's so good to see you again. I said, give him back. And he's got the 9-tail. Naruto, calm down. You won't be able to fight him this way. It's like, and then Naruto actually is able to. It's like, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You won't. It's like, pops a clone out. And he's got the hybrid eyes going. Just, it's those eyes. That's this sensation. And he rushes Orochimaru. Gets blasted back. There's no doubt about it. That's natural energy. He's a frog sage. It's impossible. That boy. Now, when he says, I wonder who's stronger, you or Sasuke, it's like, oh no, he's stronger. Even without the 9-tail, he would beat Sasuke's ass right now. So Naruto's like, come back here. It's like, and so you're impressive, Naruto, but I know I may not be able to transform into one myself, but I know a thing or two about Sage Mode, and I know you're running out of time. And eventually he's just wearing Naruto. Naruto even goes into the 1-tail cloak. He's actually able to hit him pretty hard. You hit pretty hard, Naruto, but it looks like you're done. Are you sure about that? And he pops the other clone out. By the way, given the fact that it probably took him at least a year, well, we know it didn't take him a year to do it. Naruto probably could make multiple clones and have them charging chakra, not just one. So he's probably got like 4 or 5 clones lined up in the bushes somewhere. Just rushes in again. He's even trying, then the claw comes out. So he actually probably is putting Orochimaru, who admittedly is in a weakened state at this point, a little on the back foot. He's not even in the 4-tail form yet. Unfortunately, Orochimaru is good at playing keep away. So I think he does pull out his sword, just kind of pierces Naruto almost, and then eventually Naruto breaks. Sage Mode runs out, and unfortunately his Fox Chakra courses through all of his clones, just pops him out of existence, and then it's 4 tails. Okay, so nothing changes about the 4-tail fight, except Orochimaru may be a little bit more tuckered out. Yamato eventually puts the Naruto back into normal, makes him normal again, or represses the fox, or seals the fox. Suppresses, not represses, suppresses. Then they go and look for Sai. Now Naruto does go back into Sage Mode because he also gets extra, heightened senses here. And so he's looking for Sasuke, and he senses Sasuke, and Sasuke and him are looking at each other. And Sasuke can tell. It's like, Naruto, I wonder which one of us is stronger, or wonder which one of us is stronger. I wouldn't, Sasuke, I wouldn't. That boy might be too much for you. Are you what? Are you saying Naruto's stronger than I am? You're welcome to find out on your own, but I wouldn't really wouldn't recommend it. It's like, and now that pisses him off. Like, yeah. It's like, and Sasuke's just tell me, what about your dream to become Hokage? What kind of Hokage would it be if I could never rescue a friend? And Sasuke tries to, swing a sword, but Naruto, poof, and I told you, I'm bringing you back. And Sasuke's now like, what? He puts lightning chakra through his hands, and Naruto just pushes him, does like a palm attack. Sasuke avoids, gets blasted. What is this? He uses his Sharingan. This is actually a good question. Do we think the Sharingan can pick up on like the Sage or natural energy aura? I'm actually going to say I don't think it can because the Rinnegan couldn't see it. And if the Rinnegan couldn't see it, I don't think the Sharingan could. The Byakugan, yes, I do think the Byakugan could, but not the Sharingan or the Rinnegan. And Sasuke is immediately like on the back foot, but Naruto, because he's already been in Sage mode for a little bit and didn't set up a clone here, he realizes my time's almost up, and he just makes some clones, gets some Rasengans, and they clash again for the first time in a long time. Chidori Blade versus Rasengan, boom, and then the Erwin comes in, and so they square off, and it's looking good. But don't forget, Orochimaru and Kabuto are still there. They wanted you; they could have noped out of there, no problem. And so Sasuke does get back to Orochimaru's side as Naruto tries to, Sasuke, no, don't come back. Sasuke, don't do it. I see. So you have grown strong, Naruto, but I don't have time for you. Another day, perhaps. Goodbye. And so he disappears. And really now, this is interesting because we get to the Hidan Kakuzu thing. Naruto would still very much do the elemental training, get the Rasen Shuriken down. But because he has Sage Mode, he practices it with the Sage Mode and realizes he can throw the damn thing. So when it comes to them aiding they're Team 10, right? Azuma's is Team 10. Comes to aiding Team 10, he literally tosses it and just annihilates them. Unfortunately, Sage Mode just doesn't do anything to help him in the Sasuke retrieval arc with Itachi. And really, I mean, he could train more with Ma and Pa. Maybe learn some of the Sage art jutsus from them while training with, while the whole pain arc's about to happen. Like maybe the oil and then lighting on a fire technique. Maybe he could bring Ma and Pa into the fight and you basically do the genjutsu, but Pain would basically be like, actually, that'd be a perfect time to do it because Pain is still not going to start recharging the paths. So if he's still recharging them, yeah, he could totally do that, use them for that. And Naruto would take them down, no problem. He's had just more time to trained with Sage Mode at this point. So honestly, he probably takes them down and goes to meet with Nagato, and or at the very minimum, the Devapath still gives him some trouble. He would still probably go into Nine Tails. Then he would activate, meet Dad, get revitalized spiritually, if you will, confidence booster, and then go to meet Nagato. Their conversation would be the exact same. And honestly, at this point, nothing really changed. Like, you would think he could maybe bring Sasuke back when they first meet again after all this time. But really, no. Sasuke's not stupid. He's arrogant, but he's not stupid. Like, if he doesn't think he could win the fight, he is not going to, like, snope out, especially when he's got to save his energy for Itachi. So apart from getting Naruto a couple extra abilities during the Pain training arc, Naruto learning Sage Mode, mind you, in the 3-year time skip actually doesn't do anything. Because at that point, then you're now going into the Kage Summit, which would be the exact same. Training for the Nine Tails, which would be the same. Like, everything else would be the same. So him learning Sage Mode is fine and does make some big changes during the 3-year time skip when there's other factors involved. Like he's an Uzumaki, pure blood, where he's got seals or whatever. But in the scenario where he's literally just learning that, yeah, no. Now, if he learned that and Wind Release and made the Rasen Shuriken could throw it and then came back at the 3-year time skip, That's a different kettle of fish, because now he could literally just do that, and he wouldn't kill Data right out. He's still got to try to rescue Gaara. But he could kill Orochimaru. Like, he outright could kill him. Because the Rasen Shuriken is literally described as like blades going into your cells. It's described almost like a poison. And Orochimaru might not be able to use his regeneration techniques or anything like that if he gets hit by that thing. So he could outright kill Orochimaru. So that could be a change that happens. And if Orochimaru's gone, then I mean, Sasuke doesn't get Orochimaru's body in return, which means he's not as strong as he would be against Itachi. Ironically, though, there wouldn't be a huge change. Kabuto would still probably take what's left of Orochimaru's body, incorporate it into him. Assuming Naruto doesn't kill Kabuto as well. Anyway, though, I digress. There you go. That's your one shot. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Join us on Wednesday when we talk about what if Naruto went with Mizuki. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.